Hello and welcome back to this edition of Eat Right with Rouses. I'm your host, Keith Weissach. Thanks for joining us as we welcome in always our favorite dietitian, April Sins with Rouses. Hey, April, how are you?
Hi, Keith. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing very well, but I'm really excited that before people start thinking about Taco Tuesday, they need to think about Meatless Monday.
That's right. So I thought this was the perfect segue into our kind of Lenten season, thinking about what are we going to eat during Lent. And so this is a great way to sort of include some more plants and maybe try some new things. So I know a lot of people have heard of plant-based meat. Okay, so you could definitely look when you go to Rouse's. There's tons of seafood. You definitely have all of your Lenten options there as well. But also, you can think about plant-based meat as an option as well. So plant-based meat is whenever they take, instead of using an animal protein, they're going to be using a plant protein. Like, for the instance, this meat that I have right here is called Abbott's Butcher. They use a pea protein mixed with like a mushroom base, and then they make it look and taste like regular whatever it is. This one's the beef, and then they have some chicken ones too. Some also, like I have a plant-based chicken nugget here, and they use a soy protein instead of a meat protein. So basically, that they're swapping those things out. Now, to know if it's right for you, you want to make sure and turn those labels over. Sometimes whenever you're using a plant-based protein, it might have a little bit more sodium in there because they're sort of doing some replacement and combining some ingredients, and it might require some preservative in there as well. So you want to look at the back of the box and make sure that you're looking at the ingredients and nutrition labels. But what we're going to do is we're going to make a plant-based meatball, okay? And then I'm going to show you a couple of other options. But this is what this is what the meat that I'm going to looks like in the box on the outside. And whenever you open it up, it comes in this cute little bowl. And look at that. It looks just like ground beef, right?
Yes, it does.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it just like I would ground beef. And I'm going to combine this with some breadcrumbs and also some Italian seasoning. And then some egg. Now, if you want to be like truly plant-based and you want to use the plant-based egg, we also have that at Rouse's too. I'm just going to use regular egg. Now, some people want to include more plants, but maybe they might want to have a mix. Maybe they might want to mix the plant-based with regular ground beef. Of course, that's not going to be completely meatless, but that could also be a change, if you wanted to try something new. So anyway, I'm just going to mix this together and make like a little meatball mixture. Okay. And then I'm just going to combine my meatballs. I'm going to put them in a pan with some olive oil and cook them down. And then I'm going to add them to my sauce. And of course, I'm going to have this over the Rouse's pasta, my Rouse's whole wheat pasta as well. So really easy, and all you have to do is make the little meatballs and cook them down, and then add your sauce. So that's one thing you could do for a meatless Monday meal. Super simple. And another thing is think about what other proteins can you add to things. So one of the things I like to add for protein, if I'm looking for something to add either to a salad or maybe some roasted vegetables, is going to be chickpeas or garbanzo beans. I kind of use the terms interchangeably, but this adds some protein and fiber to any dish that you're looking to add some protein to. So if you have a meatless meal and you're looking to add some protein, that's a great way to do it. Another thing too, like I was telling you about the chicken nuggets, I cook those in the air fryer, and I love to pair that again in the air fryer as well, is some sweet potato fries. So that's a really easy way, and this is very, very family friendly. My kids love these as well as the adults too.
And so here in this last 2 minutes, it's really interesting, April, that you bring up that it's simply the proteins that we get from the animal-based protein, just like we're getting from the plant-based protein. And so I think people get really confused and like, oh my gosh, well that's not really meat. Well, it's a protein base, and both of those are both very similar.
Yes, so it does. It's going to give you the grams of protein. It's just coming from a different source. And it's not something that you have to completely convert over to or anything like that, but it's just an option if you're looking for something that, if you're looking for a meatless meal to incorporate, if you wanted to do like a meatless Monday, or if you wanted to have something meatless for a Lenten meal, it's just another option that we have. Basically, at Rouse's, we have several different types of the plant-based proteins. They're all over the store in the frozen section and in our fresh meat department as well. And so it makes it really easy whenever you have, Rouse's has all these different items that you can, choose from.
Right, and it's one of those things you can start your week off with Meatless Monday, and then for those people that practice Lenten and follow those Lenten practices, you can have a Meatless Friday as well, since a lot of those are, abstaining from that meat on those Fridays. So it's a great way to start your week and a great way to finish your week. And in the middle, you can have those nuggets for the kids. It's family friendly, and they're actually really good. And so it's just one of those things that people don't realize, but they're actually very good.
They really are. It's something you could just kind of mix in there, mix in here and there. It's really just a fun way to get something different and have a great meal at the same time.
Well, April, we can't thank you enough. Thank you for always thinking about what we can do for celebrating our holiday traditions along with some of the traditions that come for the different seasons. We always appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Keith. And y'all can find lots of recipes on rouses.com as well that include lots of different recipes for Lent as well.
We appreciate it. All right, that will do it for this segment with Eat Right with Rouses. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming on HTV.